What up? What up? What up? What's going on, fellas?
Ladies and
You
gentlemen.
know what it is.
Peace, 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 family. You already know what it is. Stock Street University. Got my brothers here with me today.
Only for today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. We got a lot of things that's moving in the markets today. We got Carver that was going crazy this morning in the pre-market. That was one of the stocks that we discussed in one of our groups that had a lot of interest on the short end. So if you were to pull it up, which I could kind of share with the family right now,
Right.
a quick image of. Let me make sure this music ain't too loud. All right, so this quick image of the short interest, and if you take a look at it, that float shorted was at 60.2%. It was previously at 69%, came down a little bit with that short little pop when it moved up to $13. But today it made a nice move on the chart. I'll pull up right now.
Beautiful move today.
Up to 38. So we're seeing a lot of resistance at 38 right now.
Mm-hmm. And what I'm looking at, just from technical analysis for as a standpoint, like this morning, obviously everyone's pre-market starts up, at different times. On my platform that I do use, it starts at 7 o'clock as far as in the morning. So 7 o'clock as far as in the morning, it started at $12.55. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be as far as support line. It did rally in pre-market to a resistance of 20.47. All right. So that right there is about roughly almost about an $8 move, which is really, really big and unusual for Carver. But if you are a long-term investor, like myself, Q, and Jay into Carver Bank, this is something that we definitely supposed to do like. So continue, my brother. I was just talking about the standpoint from the pre-market.
One of the big things I really like about Carver Bank, which at the same time, even looking at it from a long-term perspective, it's one of those situations where there's been a lot of light shed on that ESG investing methodology. So, you have a lot of people being more environmentally conscious, more socially conscious, more corporate conscious from that aspect, which has driven a lot of support and or a spotlight towards a company like Carver Bank. So now, they have the programs, and they've been getting support from Morgan Stanley. They were working on a project.
Bank of America.
The details of Bank of America. So seeing that momentum happen, seeing that light being shed, and the focus being shared between the financial institutions at this point, it does put Carver in a position to start to grow a little bit bigger, considering that they're typically a bank located in New York, right? You don't really see too many Carver branches, but nonetheless, they're a branch that has been in support of the community with a strong focal point on the businesses and the people of said community. So it's a good thing to see things like this happening. And for that reason, I like to be long on it, considering, the impact they've had on the people that they service, the community itself. And on top of that, the fact that it is a socially conscious business, right? Because change is going to come. And that's one of the big things that I like to look for, is things that will influence the change or influence a way of life for people. So,
Big
facts right there. Yeah, so I really love the history behind Carver. I like the fact that Carver is getting some attention in the community. I think we can increase the awareness of it a lot more, especially with the fact that, if everybody's focused on AMC, looking for a short squeeze in AMC, what's a better short squeeze than the one on Carver with such a low float? I mean, the float is sitting at Let's see, where's
what they at? Their market cap is what, 33.9 million with like 3 million shares in the market.
Yeah, let me share the screen real quick.
So like, it's easy to push.
Yeah, it's real easy to push. So you see that the free float is at 957,000, yo.
Okay. Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Damn. 1,000?
Yeah, 957,000, right? And
so we looking at
cap,
outstanding. The market cap was what, 33 million, right?
No, 123 million.
123 million.
Yeah. Okay. What's up, Virginia? We got Virginia in the chat right now.
What's up,
Virginia? What's up? But you know what? Like, I'm based on the move that they did as far as in pre-market, it's kind of crazy, right? Because when the pre-market opened up again, it opened up at 12:55, and right around, let's say, 8 o'clock, between 7:55 and 8 o'clock, it did hit that resistance high of the pre-market right at 2047. And it did as far as a pullback like any other stock that does whenever it does hit as far as the resistance. But as soon as the market opened, the MACD crossed up. When that MACD crossed up, listen,
that bad boy, right?
It opened up at 1726, right? And at, let's say, right around at 10, 10:05, 10:05, 10:10, 10:10 and 10:15. Make sure I'm getting that correct.
Yeah, man.
Is that 10:15?
Yeah.
It hit a high of 39.56, right? And at that time, if anyone used Bollinger Bands, it was on the higher band, and it was wrapped up really, really high, which definitely made the band even stretch a lot more further. When the band is stretched a lot more further, that means a lot of volatility, which is definitely was a dope thing. So I'm liking how it's trading for today. It went under the VWAP a little bit right between, right before it hit 11 o'clock, it went a little bit under the VWAP, but as soon as it went back over the VWAP, it's been trading as far as above the VWAP since then. And right now, what I'm seeing, it looked like it may do it tested that resistance twice so far for today. It looked like it may go ahead and test that resistance of 39.56.
Yeah.
One more time. That's what we hoping for, baby. That's what we hoping for, man.
What's up, KC? KC in the chat. KC in the chat said, what's up?
What's good? But again, so what I'm hoping, because I'm looking at the MACD right now, the MACD is currently, it's crossed down, but it's flat. So right. I'm hoping that it can go ahead and test that resistance. The MACD crosses up. And again, they're doing this while the Dow Jones is the Dow Jones is down 369 points for today. They're doing that when the market is
down
today. Volatility in a crazy down market right now.
Down 44.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Dow is down 366 right now. Anyone can tell me what the NASDAQ is?
The NASDAQ is down 0.78%, 114 points.
I says, hey, I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. I definitely am.
So there is another hot mover other than Carver. Carver would have been the top hottest mover on the market right now, but it looks like MITQ, Moving Image. I'm not sure what's the catalyst with that company, but they are up 368%. Oh, they just IPO'd.
They just IPO'd?
Yeah, they just IPO'd.
And they're up the first day?
It looks like it, yeah.
Hey, yo, Marley, I'm about to come over to the BLK real quick.
Yeah, people keep in mind, look, IPOs, there is two dope opportunities, right? In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? It all depends on the IPOs. I don't know anything about this particular sports company, but if there's any hype behind it, normally once the IPOs, it's going to go ahead and do a strong rally, right? And whenever these stocks do that strong rally, just like Q just said, he's going to be a bear. They are going to do a pullback. It's normal for any IPO to rally that the first couple of hours, or maybe even that first day, and may roll over. But more than likely, it's going to have a pullback either today or tomorrow or later on this week. You know what I'm saying? So again, those are two ways that you guys can play for its IPOs. You can play the run up, and as soon as you see it's struggling on that resistance, it's coming down. You know what I'm saying? And that's when a lot of hedge funds like to play IPO plays as well too. So just kind of keep an eye on that.
Yeah, man, that was a nice one too. It IPO'd at $3 a share.
What are they at right now?
Okay. And what are they at right now?
14.
Oh yeah. See, this is the
nice.
part where you really got to understand the valuation of a company, right? Because the company will go on the markets telling you they're valued at 40 billion, 90 billion, 50 billion, whatever it is, right? But then at the end of the day, what you have to be mindful of when it comes down to the stock markets, what are you willing to pay for this company, right? So at this point, you're taking into consideration right now, this thing IPO'd at 3 and change, and now it's trading at 14 and change. You're going to have people looking to take profit, right? You're going to have people looking at the price like, holy crap, this thing just jumped up, quadruple its value in a matter of hours, right? I'm gonna wait for it to come back down, right? You're gonna have some people who, they want to be long on it or whatever the case may be, depending on their infliction or commitment to the company as far as its valuation. So with that being said, right, that's exactly what Marley just mentioned. So you're gonna see this thing comes on the market. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this company. This company's a great company. Everybody want to jump into it. The price starts going up, right? And then all of a sudden, you're going to have profits taken out, and you're going to have some people getting scared because of the fact that they see this price rise so exponentially in such a short period of time. So you have to be mindful when it comes to the corporate valuations. You got to be willing to do the fundamentals. You got to be willing to do the technicals. You got to be willing to get your hands dirty and understand what these companies are doing, how they're making money, and in turn, how can they make you a profit or a return in the long grand scheme of things. Because otherwise, you're just throwing your money at the wall and watching it fall down the drain.
Yes, sir.
Big facts. And that's something that we do as far as we do discuss with our students in our community about different strategies that you can use on, IPOs. So again, if you guys want to get familiar, again, the website is www.stockstreetuniversity.com. Get familiar. We'll be making announcements of our next class for this month.
We lost you for a second there, Marley.
For this month, as far as for anyone who wants to be a part of the community or be a part of our next classroom, we appreciate that. Appreciate you. Next one, Jay. Whenever you're ready.
The next one was U1. If you could take a look at U1, did you have U1 or is it Amazon?
I have Amazon. I have NEGG.
All right, let's go.
I can pull up U1. I can pull up U1. All right, so let me look at U1. Oh wow, U1 also. Wow. All right. All right.
They made a little move. I don't know if it was sympathy from. What's up, new viewers? What's up? Oh, we got a quick question here. So what is the reason for this climb? I think we just covered that. Let's see. So KC said, so what you're saying, this will be a fun power hour. What it do, fellas?
I mean, it does have great potential to be a fun power hour. I mean, one of the things you got to take.
What are we talking about?
I think that's about Carver. I think that was Carver right there.
For Carver?
Yeah.
It has potential to be a great power hour. I'm gonna just say that. You never know what can happen or what's gonna happen, but it has potential.
Yeah, if you look at Carver again, it hit 38 three times.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So my take is this, right? Is that I don't personally think like I am not a power hour trader like that. You know, I've had my moments as far as journals for a power hour, I think Carver Bank has a lot of good things going on for them. I think they have substantial catalysts. They have great relationships. They're doing well based on their financials. So there could be an opportunity, a big opportunity. I am not sure about that. Like I said, it's way above the VWAP. So whenever something's trading above the VWAP, right now it's currently, if you do the 5-minute chart, it's right there, hovering right on the EMA 20. Now, if it breaks the EMA 20, coming down and breaks the EMA 50, and then goes underneath the VWAP, then there could be towards an opportunity. There's an opportunity for making money or it going up or down at any given moment. Let me go ahead and clarify that. Yeah. But there could be an opportunity. But for me, I like Carver Bank as a long-term sports investing, not only just for what they do as a company, but also as a community. I always want to make sure I invest into the community, for myself. But there could be opportunities. There definitely can be an opportunity, but there also cannot be opportunities. Because sometimes with market makers do this right here, right? I didn't mean to cut you off, Q. Market makers do this thing. They make you think that there's going to be opportunities to go ahead and catch a power hour move. And it would go ahead and just catch momentum in that last hour and continue to rally. So again, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's 2:36. A lot could happen in an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, big fact.
Continue,
so,
Q.
At this point, the possibilities are there, but the possibilities for which direction, it's just a matter of, staying focused and paying attention. One of the big things that has been giving Carver some good acknowledgement is what a lot of people tend to overlook, right? Public sentiment, right? So over the past month or so, there's been a lot of conversations about Black-owned companies and things like that are publicly traded. And Carver Bank has been getting a lot more public acknowledgement on the markets, which, as anybody in the markets know, there's been an influx of retail investors or individual investors going into the markets. And there's been, like I said before, there's a lot of focus on that ESG investing. So with that being said, you're getting a lot more acknowledgement of this company. So you're gonna see that movement. You're gonna see that influx or that volatility fluctuation every so often. And this is just a direct result of that. Personally.
Jay, your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, y'all covered that very well. Ain't very much I could say or add to that, but I do really think that Carver is a great investment. Would I jump in right now? I would be more patient right now. Because, whenever a stock runs hot like this, eventually there'll be a pullback, right? That's the normal nature of stocks and how they move. And you kind of...
Unless they got like some merger.
Oh, yeah. If something big happens, this can continue to run. But the thing is, Carver is currently running on no news, right? What's causing this is the shorts. The shorts covering, and it's spiking up. So I'm really interested in seeing the numbers. Hopefully they come out tomorrow. I think hold on. When do they release the short interest? Is it every week or every day they could show?
I'm not sure.
It might be every day.
I wouldn't know.
And I don't remember exactly how often.
Yeah. I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, no, I'm on the long side. So, but hold on, let me see something.
I would assume, and again, I would assume weekly. That's just my thoughts.
I think it's weekly.
Well, probably daily. Right? I would assume daily.
15.
So short interest is reported approximately twice a month.
Oh, okay.
Twice a month, yeah. So every two weeks, maybe.
So yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Call it bi-weekly.
Yeah, bi-weekly, yeah. So it's still, that short percentage is still high in comparison to all the other ones.
Yeah, I mean that would explain why they've been at the top of that short interest list for how long now? I mean,
let's see.
You want to go? Oh, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, we can't hear you, bro. Muted your mic.
we still talking about. We still gonna talk about U1. I don't really see nothing like U1. I mean, this is just my opinion, right? Yeah, they had a pop today, but long term, the thing about U1, it seems like it's always kind of like a quick moment play. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a play for Juneteenth. That's for one. Mm-hmm. And a play for certain catalysts that happen or non-catalysts. It doesn't, like, long term, they lose their steam really quickly. You know what I'm saying? They get a really big pullback. There was this trading at 24, that back down to 8. That was at 24 June 13th.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then the pullback got it down back to $8. It was actually lower than that. It was at $7. So U1, I still, it's a moment play for me. That's how I would play it. That's just my thought.
It spiked up to $11 this morning, and I missed that too. I missed it.
It pulled. That's what I'm saying. It pulled back. It did spike up, and that spike happened out of nowhere. If you look at, like, again, I use the 5-minute chart. If you look at the 5-minute chart, the 935 candle, that right there. Look at that. That one went crazy. But then look at the volume on the 940 candle on the bearish side. Mm-hmm. That volume was about 7 million on that one candle.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's a moment opportunity play. That's just my thoughts.
So you look at that one as a momentum. For me, it's one of those things where when it comes to U1, I can definitely see the momentum style that Marley's talking about. It's just, there's so much down the line for this company that I'm looking forward to see how it's going to be able to carry forward. You know, I know JWise and spoke to you guys about the November
referendum votes.
Casino.
The referendum votes going on.
Yeah, for the casino.
The casino in Richmond.
Casino.
The casino itself, their plan for the casino itself is so crazy. Like, I can see it being something that is monumental to the company's profitability.
So why would investors pull back so quickly? If we know this is going on, if we know a huge casino is being built right now.
I mean, well, that's the thing, right?
$7.
That's the thing, though, right? We don't know it's being built just yet. We still got to go through the votes and everything else. I'm pretty sure once those votes get passed, or once those votes get conducted, or situated, and they're in that stage, if that vote does go through, you're going to see that thing rally. And personal opinion, I think once it does, it's going to. Right now, it's more so in like the $8 range, averaging, $10 range, averaging. I can see it sitting somewhere around that $20 range once it does actually go through, at least for the next few years, considering the plans that they do have behind this and the opportunities that this does provide for their other ventures.
I actually give U1 a price target of around $52. If it passes in November, that's my price target. But I think a lot of people. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people still are, but I think 20 is still a fair number. That's still right around some decent numbers, right? So, it's just because
you pick $52 because it's hit there before, based on last year.
Oh yeah, it did hit that.
Like it hit roughly around. Let me check.
Yeah, I got it here.
I just want to know where you came up with
$54 last year. Yeah, $54.
Okay. Is that you comparing it to that?
I'm comparing it to that as far as if volume comes in, plus that free float is only 25 million, and it has a low market cap also of 407 million, that the shares could really fly off of that good news. That's why I had it like around 50. And because, of Juneteenth last year, it popped that high. I was like, oh yeah, it could definitely make a decent move. A lot of people still don't know about the casino. So the reason I see that it fell from the $24 down to $7 is because people kind of like, oh, okay, Juneteenth is passed. I'm gonna wait till next year to buy again, right? They're like, next year I'm gonna buy early.
That's a true play.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that play at all.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's the point of technicals, right? You do back testing.
Yep, there's nothing wrong with that.
To learn the trends and patterns. Yeah. You realize there's a pattern that every year around this time, this stock rallies. You know, but the thing about that is, the more people that start to realize this trend or this pattern, the higher and higher it's gonna go if they're taking action on to follow that same method.
Right.
Because now you got more people buying in, raising the prices higher, until somebody decides to say, this is going on long enough.
But then you'll see some stock splits down the line in the future. So Virginia asked, so is U1 long term in your opinion? In my opinion, yes. I like it as a long term play. For me.
So for me, when you say long term, you have to take into consideration what that duration of time looks like, right? So I can see U1 as a short term, long term play. For now.
So you're saying what? 2 years, 3 years? What's your projection?
Within a 2 to 5 year time period, as opposed to the 10, 20, 30 year time period. I can see it within a 5 year time frame, as of right now.
Yeah.
And you know me, even if I give you anything 5 years or less, that means you get a 6 month valuation every month. I need to see how you perform.
Right.
Get every 6 months. I need to see that performance. What we doing, right? Or quarterly, right? I'm watching the quarterly and I'm watching the semi-annually to see, how this thing moving. Is it worth continuing to hold on to? Does it still have room to grow, or has it reached its ceiling? Because once you can't perform for me,
that's it.
My money needs a job. And if you can't give my money a job that's going to make it continue to exceed and excel, then it's time for it to find a new job.
Yeah, true. I can follow that.
I'm in agreement.
Yeah,
I'm in agreement with that. Like, to me, right now, currently, it's just it's a Juneteenth play, and at times, different times of the year. But other than that, right now, for me, it won't be long term. But I do value what you just said. I'm in agreement.
For me, it's long term, and it is predicated off of the vote that's coming up in November. Yeah. But shouts out to U1. Look, we accepting sponsorships. Hey, I said, nah, you know what? I'm accepting sponsorships. I'm long term, okay? Yo, U1, I am long term. Alfred Higgins the third, I am long term. Hey, holla at me.
Hey, we share the same bank account. We good.
Make me a believer.
I'm already a believer. U1. Carver, what's up? I'm long term too, Carver. Broadway Financial.
I rock with Carver. I told you, I used to bank with Carver back, when I was back in Brooklyn. I used to bank with Carver for a while. My mother, as a business owner and entrepreneur, she had her business account with Carver. Carver was a pretty good bank. They treated people well. They weren't like a lot of these institutions nowadays who are extremely. I'm not gonna get too much into it. Who's not extremely disrespectful with the way they finance these accounts. You're talking about a 0.01% interest rate on a savings account. Meanwhile, they want to charge people $4, $16, or whatever the case may be for maintenance fees, or they're charging people, $34, $35 for overdrafts or check returns or whatever the case may be. But they want to give you a measly 0.01%. Carver Bank, yes, they did still have fees or whatever the case was, but it was a little bit more manageable, right? So you were looking like a $4 maintenance. And I think the interest rate at the time was, considering this was a different point in time as well, economically and, chronologically, it was like I want to say it was like a 0.6%.
Use a fancy word now?
Hey, don't be mad at me because my public school education didn't fail me, right? I'm lying. I learned these things on my own, but I did go to public school.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Marley, you got Amazon up, bro?
Yeah, I got Amazon up.
I didn't see. Okay, so the other day it had a crazy run.
You want me to tell you about the Amazon? All right, go ahead. I'll let you go first.
No, I'm talking about what I'm seeing because I haven't been following Amazon, but it had that crazy run the other day when you announced that it went up 167 points or what was it?
164. Was it 164?
164 points. Right?
Yeah.
In the pre-market, today it dropped down. Let's
60
see.
points.
And then took off.
Yes.
Look at it now.
I'm ready to talk about that. All right. So obviously, I was not a part of the 164 point run up that happened yesterday. We have friends in our trading community that did that was their best trading date year to date. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard that, I was like, dang, this is probably going to be opportunity for us to have a pullback. So right around 3:30, 3:45 yesterday, I said, you know what? Let me just do out the money swing on a put side because it rallies so much. There has to be a pullback. It's normal. You know what I'm saying? We hit a high resistance, a pullback. And yesterday, if you notice that when it hit that high of, let's just say, 37, 36, I want to say, is that right? Yeah, right around 3,736. It did a pullback that went as low as 3,682, and then it caught a support and it went to 3,721, and then it kept kind of like on a small downward towards the end of the trading day. So I did a sport swing on it, and when I woke up this morning and see 60 points and see that my out the money play hit, I was good. And then when the market hit, it just kept going and going and going. So I stayed in my play. And then I told people in my community that if Amazon is very good at when they catch the support, it can take off. When they catch support, it can take off. And I said, if it goes above, at that time, I said, if it goes above the EMA 20 and a little bit over the VWAP, I'm getting out of position and I'm going to jump on the other side. So that's exactly what I did. So Amazon caught a crazy support and took off. You know what I'm saying? So they have a little bit of a pullback right now.
Just now. They're everywhere right now. Everywhere. You know, you got Andy Jassy who just took over the position. Coming up from AWS. You said
I would say down 60 points and up 40 points right now. So just remember that, people. And guess what? The market right now, the Dow is still down 357 points, and also the S&P is down 45 points, which is really, 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 really bad. And it caught a rally, man. That says a lot about the stock and how people feel about it. Continue.
Yeah, but you know, I'm just saying, you know, they're everywhere right now, and with this news of, you know, we got the new CEO stepping up, coming over from AWS, Jeff Bezos.
People like him.
Future endeavors, but still holding on to his position on a chair, on a board, I should say. People are really showing good sentiment behind this movement. And you know, one thing to be mindful of is, like you mentioned, right, when they hit that support, you know, it's one of those things where they're known to run up. Because you got to take into consideration, there's a lot of people that's long on Amazon, right? And you know, when you look at this price, when you see it, depending on where that support sits, the moment it hits that support, you know what we long term's going to do. We get into the debt. Oh, you hit support? Wait, what you at right now? All right, let me get that discount. Right?
They went crazy today.
So, you know, that's exactly how a lot of it moves. And you know, with everything that is happening, and with Jeff Bezos moving on into his next venture, who's to say that venture is not actually part of what's to come for Amazon?
Right.
Because like I said, it's still his baby, right? He hasn't actually left it. He just stepped down from his position. to be able to pursue other opportunities. And then on top of that, weren't they working on the medical side?
Yeah, they still working on it. They actually are building something they call the Rebellion, like sort of like Star Wars, right? Yeah, they starting.
Right?
Yeah, so so they're linking up with a lot of other groups. I think they contacted Advent Health and some other institutions in the health sector to kind of team up with them. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll do some more digging on that. We can bring it back to the people.
Oh yeah, family, make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Yes. It helps out our stream. Y'all know we trying to build this up.
Destroy the like button. Obliterate it with a like tap.
Yo, what's up? I showed a little taekwondo.
Look at the Power Ranger punches. What's going on here?
Okay, no, the form was better this time. I see you. I see you, Marley. I see you.
Had better
yeah.
That's that taekwondo right there.
That's that taekwondo.
All right, let me ask y'all a question, right?
What's up?
I think I think this is my opinion. I feel that Amazon, since people do like this, the investors like this new CEO, and the fact that it's ran up 200 points in 2 days, 164 yesterday, 40 today, during when the market is terrible. This is my opinion. I could see it hitting in the 4,000s. Now I know we spoke about this yesterday. Is that if it hits the 4,000, it could be a stock split, which I'm hoping, because if that stock split to the moon, baby,
all the way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean that's one thing that I can say. Like Amazon has, a lot of people are focused on companies like the Teslas and the Apples or the AMCs and the GMEs. I don't know why those two, but people like that short speed talk right now.
Amazon, Amazon
has a large following as far as investors, right? But on top of that, when you look at their price, when you look at their volatility, when you look at their growth recognition, when you look at their long-haul value, their long-term value, right? And the way that they've been able to grow into that valuation over time, right? You see this company trading at $3,700. They hit $4,000. They do a split and come down to, let's say they come down to, let's say they just come down to 1,000 a share. Man, that's that point when you gonna see that 1,000 a share start to see that price movement again. But at the same token, now if they do a stock split, will it get back to the $3,000 mark without doing a reverse? It's hard to say.
I mean, we'll have to look at the flow.
Right.
Yeah, a lot would have to.
So you're looking at that flow.
A lot would have to be factored in.
Yeah. Right. But with this company moving the way that it moves, with it building the way that it builds, with it operating the way that it operates, and looking at the financials, this is going to be something that's going to be around.
Most definitely.
They able to succeed in places where companies like eBay struggle, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying eBay is a bad business or anything along those lines, but Amazon was able to succeed where eBay struggled. They were able to pivot. They were able to centralize. And once again, looking at the social direction of the life, the way we live, Amazon is capitalizing on everything. The pandemic happened, right? The world came back, Amazon's still running. Stimulus went out. You think people wasn't shopping on Amazon? Oh, let me go on Amazon. Let me get this. Let me get that. Right? You could go on. You got the Kindles. You got the Audibles. You got the groceries. You got the regular.
You got everything, bro. You have everything.
Everything.
Bro,
It's literally an online
Our
shop.
kids
Be right back, fellas.
they know what a mall is, but they rather just go on Amazon. They're like, oh, I can order on Amazon. Amazon is it's everything.
Amazon is the online Simon Property Group right now. They are an online shopping center. So and the way that it's looking is just one of those things where I can't see it, you know, at least not within the short term, I'm gonna say. Coming down below that I'm gonna say 27. And that's even selling it short. But that's just a personal, you know, perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all want to go to the next one?
Well, Jay had to step real quick, so, but I mean, which one you got pulled up next? With Newegg?
Yeah. It's okay. NEGG, right? Ticker symbol?
Yeah.
NEGG?
All right. Yeah.
So yesterday, I know you know the catalyst. So this is something that we spoke about in the morning, but again, it didn't. Sometimes with certain catalysts, it can either do wonders for a company or it cannot. So yesterday, I really wasn't expecting it. You know what I'm saying? And I missed out on an opportunity, but I'm also not. You know, it did great, but I'm also not mad either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There were some things that I didn't like to go ahead and make the play after I started rallies for it going up. So if you could speak about the catalyst, and then I'll talk about the technicals and
where
talk
we
about
at now on NEGG?
Newegg. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So speak about the catalyst, Q.
Yeah, so I mean, as you guys know, there's been a short in the tech sector or the tech space, and with that short going on, there's been a halt on a lot of production in the industrial sector or the tech sector, I guess you could say. You know, and with Newegg, they've been able to get their hands on some of the NVIDIA chips, the cards. Particularly, which one was it, Jay? They got their hands on, was it the RTX?
The RTX GeForce 3000 series. So
yeah, so they got their hands on the RTXs, a few different ones, and not only were they able to get their hands on them, but they're doing what a lot of people aren't doing, right? They're actually bundling them up and selling them closer to suggested retail price. Whereas in most situations, when you go online and you're looking for these things, people are selling them at 2 to 3 times over value, you know, so as opposed to having to go online and buy them for $4,000 a pop, you know, you can go on a Newegg and you can get them for the $1,200, the $1,300, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You know,
I doubt
closer to that. Yeah.
I doubt they'll get. I doubt they'll get the 3000 series for like $1,500. That ain't happening. I'll be pissed. I'll be pissed because I paid over. Let's see, almost close to $3,000 for my 2080. I'll be upset.
This is, if to all who don't know, this is when the conversations turn really nerdy. This is normally why I'm quiet.
Hey, listen,
I don't know what they talking about. I know what the chip is.
Break it down for you, Marley, right? What we are talking about, you see that clear, crisp quality that your computer screen is able to produce for you? Your phone screen, your TV screen.
That's your graphics card.
That's that video. That's that graphic card. That video card. And in the tech space, those things are still on short supply, right?
Yeah.
NVIDIA makes these type of things, right? They make chips and graphic cards for computer programming. So when you're looking at traders, when you're looking at gamers, when you're looking at people who just like to stream or whatever the case is, that's what they want, that good graphic quality. They want that
quality.
Photographers or whatever the case is, graphic designers, they want that good, clear quality on their devices. So they get these graphic cards that have that good quality, and these are the good quality chips.
Yeah. When you have like animations on your phone or anything that's animated or moving, that's the graphics card going to work.
So when you run out and buy that brand new iPhone and like, yo, look at the graphics on this, look at the resolution, look at that screen quality, right? That pixel ratio,
the pixel.
If you look into those things, right? That's
as long as you take a picture and it go online, that's all I worry about.
Yeah. But at the same time, you also still used to the flip phones though, so it's different.
I'm gonna let that slide because my response ain't gonna be good for YouTube. My response ain't gonna be good for YouTube. You get flagged.
What you seeing on the charts, though, Marley?
All right. So yesterday, again, so they sold. They were the ones who had the was it their earnings that went crazy, or they sold a certain amount with this company?
I don't think they.
I think they did do good on earnings, didn't they?
Yeah, I forgot what the catalyst exactly was, but I don't know because again we look at so many different companies. I'm not sure what this one particular was. I just remember 93 million. I don't know if this was that company or was it a different company.
Oh, the 93 million, that was a different company.
Oh, different company. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right. So with NEGG ticker symbol, listen, in pre-market it showed absolutely no indication of any kind of rally. It really was just kind of really on a. If I'm looking at it from pre-market, just look. Pre-market, it was fluctuating between 26. I would say between 26 and maybe 28, somewhere between there. So it's about $1 and change, about $2 increments of moving. It's just doing this consolidating. And then as soon as the market opened up, I mean, the MACD just arched up and went from being when the market opened up at 28, and at 11 o'clock. It was at 71.62. So in 2 hours, this bad boy went up roughly about $40. Now, this is my thing. When it finally caught my radar, I forgot who I was trading with yesterday. It popped up in their screener, and by the time when I saw it, I believe the stock was trading at 60, and their option contracts was at 40. Their strikes was at $40. So to me, it made it was more of a risk that can go against you if this play goes against you, because you're so far away from at the money. You know what I'm saying? Their cap was at $40. So the market makers designed that, in my opinion. So therefore, if this play goes against you, it's going to be real bad for you. You're going to lose profits really quickly if you trade options. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't enforce like that. But what I did see is that at 11 o'clock, obviously it did hit that $71, and it did a pullback towards the VWAP right around $47, 47 and change. And it caught a nice little support, and then by the power hour time, it broke that resistance of 71 and went as high as, let me see this. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know if it's 79 or 80, so I'm just trying it really quick. Right around 78, 79. And then since then, today it did a big pullback. It's currently trading at 49. So about, right now it's down 18 points for the day. So again, I'm not really sure. I haven't done any more research for us on the company for with this. This could be, like I said, based on the information and catalyst from yesterday. This could be to where the pullback could continue to increase. But again, right now the market is down, so that's probably why it's down, and it can catch us for support. But again, still fairly trading okay. It is underneath the EMA 200 and the EMA 200 on a 5-minute chart at this time.
Yeah, it looks like the weight
on the
hit the
Bollinger Bands. And on the Bollinger Bands, It's looked like it's right. It's hugging the moving average, and the RSI is right at 54. So it can go either way. It can go back as far as towards maybe going towards the resistance it hit yesterday. Again, I don't know if the catalyst has that kind of momentum for it to go ahead and hit there again. But again, factoring today, the Dow is down 347 points. There's a lot to factor in towards there. And also today, Jay, did you report? Did you talk about jobless claims today? Is that what you posted in the community today?
Yeah, I posted in the community the jobless claims.
What were the numbers?
I love the jobless claims.
The numbers.
What were the numbers?
Let me go back. Yeah. Let me pull it up real quick.
Because that could be something that factors in it as well too.
Mm-hmm. So for the jobless claims, we have 373,000. So it was up 2,000.
Yeah. Hold on. Wow. What a coincidence, right? How we went from again, y'all already know my MO. This is my opinion. I feel like there's discrepancies going on with jobless claims and unemployment. And it's just, in my opinion, it's not adding up. And again, the fact that it went 200,000 increase after people were just bragging about it being so low, about a month and a half ago? Yep. That's what I'm saying. Things like that. 200,000 is not something that you just look by. That's a huge number. It could be 200,000 this month. It could be 400,000 next month. And again, when that happens, that's how I know there's a discrepancy going on with some of these jobless claims, these unemployment numbers. Because again, if you go out there and see how society is, and again, people who I speak to are in different states, you have to where places can't even have people, like restaurants, they're only allowed a certain amount of people because they don't have the staffing to cook.
Yep. Oh, I think we lost Marley.
Oh, we cut him off?
Nah, I think his phone died.
Oh yeah, because he was saying he was all right, yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead, smash the like button, follow the page, subscribe.
Yeah, we was about to be out anyway. We went over a little bit.
Yeah.
52 minutes right now, but we appreciate y'all watching.
Definitely appreciate everybody.
Make sure y'all share the stream, man. Share.
Shout out to the community, Stock Street University. Shout out to the people on YouTube. We are taking support, some sponsorships. Hey, Ford, I need you to do a reverse stock split. I'm just saying. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Just do a reverse. But yeah, so like, subscribe, appreciate you guys. Check us out, stockstreetuniversity.com. Also, you can check us out on all other platforms at Stock Street University.
Mm-hmm. All right, peace, family. See y'all probably Monday. I don't know if we're going to be on tomorrow, but if we are, you'll get the notification. So just click that notification bell so you'll be aware of when we're on. If not, check in on the YouTube from time to time. Check us out on YouTube. We are on YouTube, but check us out on IG, TikTok. We got the TikTok page going crazy. We post some things on there from time to time. And also Facebook. So peace, fam. Appreciate y'all.